I'm just feeling so grateful right now. Like, so happy, like a sense of happiness that's like love, I guess. I feel so loved. I feel loved and I feel hold on, let me yeah. I feel loved and I just feel like I have so much love to give. You know what I'm saying? I just had another epiphany just now. I mean, I feel like anytime in these videos, I'm literally just having revelations and epiphanies with myself, and I love that because if you can't have revelations with yourself, what the are you doing? Like, literally, what are you doing? Okay, like, what are you doing? But I was just realizing, like, sometimes I'll have moments where I'm like, am I too much for people? Like, am I too much or am I not enough? It's always, am I too much or am I not enough? Most of the time, I kind of lean towards, like, not being enough. And I feel that way because I realize that I'm just holding people's emotions and feelings a little too much than I'm supposed to, if that makes sense. Like, I used to think, like, oh no, I'm just super considerate of people. I'm just super highly aware, highly considerate. But no, sometimes you can literally be, like, too considerate and too aware of other people's emotions. You gotta be a little mean. And that's what I'm realizing that I should be doing right now, and or try to like implement and practice more of that, because I feel too I mean, all my life I've always carried like a sense of guilt, like a sense of like just unexplainable guilt for just anything, for just random shit, like not feeling like if someone's upset, or if I sense that someone's upset, or I'll like overthink that someone's upset and just try to overcompensate and like, oh my god, like let me try to carry your feelings, when really, like, no, they're not upset. Let them feel whatever they want to feel. Like, you should never be responsible for how someone feels. But I think it's just like all my life just being used to just like people kind of dumping their emotions onto me, like especially like in the past mainly, and feeling like I have to like carry other people's emotions and have to like kind of babysit them, make sure that they're okay, and neglecting myself in the process, and thinking that I'm doing the right thing and being a considerate person by being too nice, or like, just doing too much by holding their shit. Like, that's their shit. Even if, and also trying to like explain myself whenever I feel misunderstood, like if someone, just so someone doesn't think I'm not a mean person or I'm not a bad person. You know what I mean? Like, when you're catering too much to people's emotions, right there. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Like, I'm literally trying to figure out my words as I'm saying this, but bear with me, please, okay? But yeah, like catering to people's emotions too much. I gotta be a little mean sometimes. Like, I should not be responsible for anyone's emotions. I don't want anyone to be responsible for my emotions. So why is it okay for me to be responsible for other people's emotions? You know what I mean? It's always been like that with me in the past. Like, I was way worse. I would just be like, yeah, don't like hold my emotions like, don't be responsible for how I feel. And I've always stood by that. That's something I've always kind of wanted from people. Like, I don't care if whatever you say is gonna hurt my feelings. My feelings will be hurt. It doesn't matter. That's part of my growth. It's part of my lesson. I have to feel that so that way I can grow and get better as a person. I was always kind of preaching that. For anyone that's like friends with me, just like, tell me if something bothers you that I did or anything. And I always kind of stood by that. And I was just, just like practicing my sense of independence and making sure that other people feel that way too. But however, I didn't preach that to like the other way around. You know what I mean? It was always just like, no, they can't be responsible, but I can be. I can be very overly considerate. Not just considerate, overly considerate. And so I just realized right now, I'm like, I need to start being mean. Like, not just like be a fucking bitch, but just like I need to start, you know, like honoring myself more and being a little bit more selfish, because I just feel like I am too selfless to the point it's like self-sacrificing, and it's really really annoying and it pisses me off. And I'm sure some of my friends who've seen that are like, girl, get yourself together, like stop doing that. It hurts me to see you do that. And I'm realizing that recently too, especially in like a lot of interactions and lessons that I've been getting and situations that I've been in. And I'm kind of proud of myself, like recently in a lot of situations, like in the way that I've dealt with those situations that in the past I would not have, literally nowhere near have dealt with it in the same fashion. And just feeling so liberated after, like, wait, it feels so good to not hold someone's emotions as my own, because I'm just naturally very like sensitive to people's emotions and energies, and I don't realize that I'm doing it a lot of the times where like, oh shit, what am I feeling? Is it me? Is it my own feelings or someone else's feelings? You know, like I just thought that was just being considerate, but it's not. It's really not. So yeah, I guess like my take right now is like, just be a little mean. You don't have to prove anything to people. You really don't. There's nothing to prove. Just be you. Honor yourself. Be independent. Exercise your free will. Okay? You have free will just like anyone else. You have free will. Don't like be responsible for how anyone feels. Be considerate, of course. Be considerate of how other people feel. Be considerate of, those around you in your environment. Like, don't be like too selfish to the point where you become a little bitch or a dickhead. But just learn to find the balance between like being mean and being nice, and try to kind of not tip the scale. I guess like, yeah, finding harmony in that. Yeah, just honoring yourself regardless, and making sure that when you honor yourself it feels good and it feels balanced, and it doesn't feel like too much of anything. Because at the end of the day I realized, yeah, I'm not too much, and I am enough just the way I am, and I'm not a bad person. Like, who the fuck cares if you're a bad person? If somebody thinks I'm a bad person for honoring myself or whatever, like, that's on them. That's their perception. They're allowed to have whatever perception. And I think that's just what I've been doing to try to, like, overcompensate so that way no one thinks of me as a bad person. But, like, that just counteracts that, and it's just not genuine. Like, not that I was doing it from an ingenuine place. It's just not realizing that, like, what I'm doing is trying to control someone's perception of me. And like, at the end of the day, people will always find something to be bothered about, like something, whatever actions you do. Like, you can't constantly just be surveilling your actions to make sure that your actions are palatable and digestible and for someone else, or doesn't hurt someone else's feelings. Like, fuck tiptoeing on other people's feelings. Like, that's why sometimes I'm literally like, fuck how they feel, fuck their feelings. And if you know what I mean when I say that, you get it. I don't mean it in like a dickhead way that's like, oh, fuck your feelings. No, feelings matter. But I'm just saying, fuck their feelings in a sense where it's like, do not be responsible for that. You're not responsible for how someone feels, and vice versa. So yeah, I just felt so passionate to say that because we're all growing out here.